Yeah, 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 yeah. Dum, 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 dum. All right. So, as I said on Twitter, I was gonna do like just this little FWA Hangout stream type thing, just to basically pass time to get get this night over with. That way we can go ahead. Oh, sorry. That way we can go ahead and get this thing going. So, I have a bunch of questions on my ask.fm or whatever, and yeah, I'ma just go through those questions and just kind of talk about them and do the thing. That way I don't have to type all those questions out and all that stuff. And hey, it's gonna give us, topics and stuff to talk about. So, without further ado, does everything sound okay? Like, can you hear the music in the background? Is it not too loud? Can you hear me? I don't know. Just let me know if everything sounds cool before we go ahead and get this thing started. Are we good? Do we sound good? Do we look good? Do we sound good? Good, 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 good. Everything is good. Okay. All right. Hello, Zeb. What's up, dudes? Alright, if you had to live the rest of your life in a movie, which one would you pick? Rest of my life in a movie? Like, do you mean like just the universe that the movie is from? Or just the movie in general? Because like the universe that the movie is from, like, obviously Harry Potter, hello. Because I think of like the most logical thing as to like how would I, feasibly survive in that universe. And of course, in the Harry Potter universe, even if I'm like a muggle or muggle born or whatever, I can still like choose to study, wizardry and all that stuff. And hey, I might end up becoming a super powerful, awesome wizard, because there's a lot of muggle born wizards that do the thing and they become fucking great. Maybe I'd be muggle born, who knows. What's up, skating astronaut chicken? And Luna. Alright, so that one, how do I questions. Such a freaking nerd. Listen, you knew what this was. Now, how do I delete the question? I don't know. Anyway, what is the chance of getting your reply if I am the unknown? I mean, boom. You got my reply just right there. Nothing much excited for FWA. Absolutely. That's why it's like the main basis of this stream is just to kind of pass time. And to get all these questions out of the way. How to ask out someone who's emotionally broken. Well, first things first, whenever you're, interested in someone who has, emotional, it could be anxiety or just stress and stuff like that, you want to make sure you learn, like, the reason why he or she is so emotionally unstable. That way, when you move forward with those types of things, you know exactly where to tread and what things to talk about and what things not to talk about. Because, if you're interested in them, you want to date them or whatever, that could be something that's very good, but at the same time, you're going to have to keep in mind that there's all these emotional things going on in their head. So if those things kind of lash out, towards you or other people, you got to remember, like, they're emotionally unstable. It's going to take a while for these things to, die down and all that stuff. But you can help them with that, especially if they like you back. Then that relationship could be something that could very well help them out. But like I said, it all depends on what's got them so emotionally unstable. It could be relationships that got them emotionally unstable. So that's one of the things that you're going to have to keep in mind going forward with that. And once you have that in mind, then all that's left is to just go for it. And if it goes well, then that's cool. And if they're not really looking for a relationship right now, it's nothing against you. Just be like, I understand this, that, and the third, and continue on with your stuff. Also, as an add-on to the advice, learn the triggers and safety methods they use to calm themselves. Never exploit nor make fun of these triggers. Absolutely, absolutely. Just, be mindful of their situation and be respectful of their situation. Don't turn it into a weapon, because that's just a terrible thing to do, and you'd be a terrible person. Are you doing the panel this year? Yeah. Luckily, no, not really. Not really doing too much in the way of like actual plans to do stuff this year at FWA. Like, everything that we're gonna do is just gonna be on the fly. Like, we're not scheduling things. I mean, yes, there's gonna be a couple of panels that our friends are hosting that we're gonna, pop in and out of. But as far as like, 6 o'clock we're doing this, and then 9 o'clock we're doing this, 11 o'clock we're doing this, yeah, we're not doing that. At least not this year. We're just gonna kind of float around and do whatever. If you see us walking by, don't be afraid to stop by and just give us a warm little welcome. Alright, you're my favorite too, Ellie Shepherd. Do you want to get the Apple Watch? No, because Team Android. How much did you lurk your crush's social media before talking to them? Well, way back before me and Bab got together, like, this was before, like, social media was a big thing. Like, there was MySpace, and that was it. Like, MySpace was the it thing to have. Yeah, because this 2010 was like right when MySpace was on its way out and Facebook was on its way in.
We started talking on Facebook, not MySpace.
But sit down, let me finish the story. Like I said, MySpace was the new hotness, and that was pretty much the end of it. Yes, things like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook existed, but everybody knows in 2010, none of those things were as big as MySpace. Like, it was MySpace and then everything else. So, yeah, like, we didn't really stalk each other on social media. We just kind of talked through text messages. Yes, we texted each other back then. It was a thing. Now it's like DMs and all that stuff and, get with the times. But every now and then you might share a text message with somebody. But
how long did you lurk her social media?
Lurk.
I actually didn't.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, we really didn't. Because 90% of our interactions was, through just texting, and that's how we got to know each other, was through texting and calling and stuff like that.
Oh, for her, it was Twitter. We weren't calling her, we were,
Oh, I was like, what? Well, I stopped. That way you could finish your thought.
Because you're loud.
And I'm like, what about Twitter?
Yeah, that's how we were talking to her. We found out that she lived 30 minutes away.
Oh, I'm like...
That was like after FWA like 2 years ago.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, hold up. But now I'm smelling what you're stepping in. But yeah, of course, meeting Simpy, it was a random thing because I just asked her where she lived, and she was like, oh, I live in Forest City. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you're literally like 20 minutes down 74, and then I mean, they don't know like what direction or whatever. I mean, my P.O. box is on my profiles, but whatever. But yeah, and so we just started hanging out, and the rest is history. How would you react if a stranger in the street told you that you have nice feet? First of all, I'd be wearing shoes, so
You
like,
never.
like you have nice feet. I'd be like, you talking about my shoes? Because usually I wear pretty generic shoes like boots and like work shoes and stuff like that.
Love.
Blue love and paws. Hello, A. Johnson.
Why aren't you deleting them when you're dancing?
Well, I'm gonna delete all of them. Just fucking clear it all. What to do if I want to work? Go get a job.
What do you mean?
Right?
You walk your happy ass into an establishment.
And let them know what the business is. Be like, yo, I want to apply. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna say, yeah, get out of here, go to our website because do it there. We don't talk to people.
Some places have that. Like when they have open interviews, that's what they talk to people. Like Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A,
Right.
Cookout, places like that.
What first comes to your mind with the word marriage? A wedding? Yeah, well, as soon as if you mention marriage, that's the first thing. Wedding. Gross. Oh. Is that the
feet one?
Oh.
That reminds me of the feet. Some folks don't like feet.
Do you have a favorite memory? What is it? When our fucking child was born. How did you join the fandom? We've explained that 97 times, but
I'm probably not.
Yeah, you're
Hello.
like, I mean, I can.
You don't have to.
Look, I can put you
Oh,
in
hi.
screen.
No, I've been scared.
There you go. Congratulations. But yeah, the full story about how I got into the fandom is somewhere on the channel. But long story short, wasn't a furry till I started dating her. Then I slowly worked my way
Her
into
gross was to the marriage part.
Oh.
But you are married. Shut up.
Oh man, yeah, the marriage, it makes like business stuff complicated, like taxes and all that stuff, and
I love you.
there's a lot that comes with marriage, but you know. Dun, dun, dun. What do you miss the most when you're away from home? Honestly, my bed. Because, you know, when you're out and about or whatever, you know, it's all great and wonderful, but the sleeping establishments, even if you're sleeping on somebody else's bed, it doesn't beat your bed.
How is your child? She's 3. And I want to drop kick her down some stairs sometimes. Because she's an asshole.
Terrible twos are a wonderful phase because they just step on all the things that they know pisses you off. And they make eye contact when they do it. Just to gauge your reaction. And
It's okay, Cynthia. They're still little. You can't tell whether they're girl or boy.
yeah,
It
because
happens.
all those traits ain't dropped yet, and she doesn't have long, luscious hair and all that stuff. But
Yeah, baby Boucher.
what should a single person do when all your friends are in a relationship?
Embrace being the third wheel.
Yeah, 'cause I
Oh, that moment is the answer.
Yeah, that's a Juna question because she is like very single. Like, I mean, so there's been people like on Curious Cat and stuff that'll be like, oh, I want to get to know you better, but I don't know like how to get in contact with you or whatever. And it's like, right? It's like literally just message her because you don't know how far it'll go, and she'll vouch for the same thing. She's like, I'm single as hell right now, so literally just message me and we will see where this goes.
I said, yo, read a book because it's nice being single.
Jeez.
I mean, if you like being single, be fucking single.
Right? Because, like
Ain't
I say,
pressure.
some people are relationship oriented. They want to be in a relationship and, you know, do all the lovey-dovey cupcake relationship things. Other people, they prefer their single life. They want to just kind of kick it with people and just chill around and just live life. Nothing's wrong with either of those things. It's just, you know. I actually don't have one. I don't too much like idolize the poppy furs or whatever you want to call them, popular furry, whatever. I mean, it's cool that they exist, and I've met a lot of them, and you know, it's nice to meet them. But as far as like fawning over their social status,
we could care less.
Right?
I'm quick to go, bitch, who are you?
Honestly, because I mean, it is nice to, you know, just kind of interact with them, but yeah, just like, my God.
But is he really popular, Sampo?
Oh God, my popularity died a long time ago. But like I say,
or you just don't acknowledge it. More.
I think
You might still be up there because a lot of people. I mean, you don't have 25K for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, I think that's one of the main things is that I am a little bit more humble about it.
Yeah.
That I don't like play into the numbers or whatever. I'm just like, I appreciate each and every one of you for sticking around this far. So let's fucking do it.
Insomnia wants to know who's your favorite maker.
Oh God, like I can't think of them off the top of my head. I know Remy Bun, he's one of them, but we made a video about this too. They just explained, we just rattled off.
Forever ago.
Yeah, things change,
Yeah.
companies change, companies close, other companies open. Some get exposed for doing dirty shit and get put out of business. So that could probably be a video that we could make just to kind of update things. Okay, blum blum. Who do you like? I like any and everybody, man.
He loves everything.
I am a lover of people.
Unless you do some dumb shit.
Yeah,
that
unless
pisses them off.
yeah, exactly. Or you're just purposefully being an asshat. Like how Artwork T owner likes to trace ponies. Oh.
Outed. I know nothing about that.
Alright.
I could probably go educate myself later, but
honestly.
lol.
But I mean, like I said, you never know. Like Artwork T, that's like the only sponsor I have right now, and I appreciate them. I mean, they send me stuff and they're like, hey, take a picture in this and post it. I'm like, okay. Because, you know, it's cool, man. Do you ever wonder what people really want from you? I would say no, because with the few, like, close friends that I have, like, we're all pretty honest with each other. So I don't have a lot of questions about the people in my life because everything is so upfront that, you know, I don't have to worry and like, does this person really like me? Do they hate me? Because, like, those types of questions is stuff that I don't even like asking myself on a daily basis. If I have to ask that many questions or those types of questions about somebody, 9 times out of 10, I'm just like, move. Either you're honest with me or you're just not with me.
Unfortunately, it's frowned upon for me to go shirtless. It's not illegal.
Tits out for everybody.
It is highly frowned upon.
Does anyone else think that the only good thing about summertime is the awesome sunsets you occasionally get to see? I'm a fan of autumn and winter. Spring can be good where it rains for days on end. I can agree that winter and autumn are the 2 best seasons because it's cool.
There's no bugs.
There's no bugs. The weather is nice. If it gets too cold, you can turn the heat on, swallow it up in some blankets, light a bonfire. Everything is all well and good. But when it's hot as all balls outside, it's like 95 degrees and the sun is just blaring, ain't a cloud in the sky, that is misery.
And then it rains on a dime because North Carolina.
Alright. Alright, name a person who has never let you down. I'd say Babby has never let me down because things are fucking great. I mean, I've let her down before, but I've come back from that.
We won't talk about it.
I've gotten better because of those letdowns, but yeah, that I can.
Actually,
Yeah, no. And if they have, then we're probably not friends anymore. But yeah. What are you having for dinner?
I'm fine.
Yep, we're having chicken and...
Probably tater tots, because that's what I want.
Chicken and tater tots. We're having a toddler's dinner. Which I'm cool for that. What fictional character reminds you of yourself? Zabu the Sergal. I know what you actually meant, but I don't know. Are you good or bad at public speaking? I am very good at public speaking. And I don't have stage fright, so I can stand in front of any number of people and just rattle off about whatever I need to talk to about.
I can. I'm over in the corner pretending that nothing exists.
Yeah, she gets too much attention and she's like,
dear headlights must go hide.
Honestly, why does a person have a nose?
It'd look weird if we didn't. Do you
just
remember Voldemort?
Just got the nostrils and just no nose walking around. Yeah,
I mean, like if everyone had it, then it would be the norm. But
right, but yeah, but
just seeing it, you're like,
this one's a long one. Oh. Is education free at universities in your country? For example, in my country, you need to pay for all years. Hell no! Student loan debt is probably one of the biggest problems in America. And it is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
I'm guessing because we all have to pay.
Yeah,
not at once, but.
But yeah, it student loan debt fucking sucks. Honestly. But yeah, I wish college was free. That way people that actually...
Like community college.
Right?
Lower.
Because I'm like, so many people want better jobs and, you know, just to make more money and give back to the fucking country. But you can't do that if you're fucking getting paid minimum wage. Because as soon as your bills are all paid, you have like $30 left to last the next pay period.
Did you skip one?
Maybe. What? Oh, I just saw the big the dots,
yeah,
and I'm like,
what's that?
What do you want to be when you grow up? Hopefully a successful parent.
No matter what it is.
Honestly, like just
Go back to work, Jackal.
Listen. He's like, yo,
You might be on break.
He's like, I'm in the stream right now, fam. Thoughts on Russia and EU basically banning internet? I mean, probably not the best option since we are in the digital age, but I'm pretty sure they have their reasons. Even though I know like their government still have internet, but I guess they're just depriving it from the people. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't. Boker sheep shears.
What?
Knife collectors, broken knife tips, Ralph's army. I don't. Good on you, dude. If you were a car, what kind of car would you be? Like if I was physically a car, like if I were in the movie Cars, what kind of car? I don't know. I'd be a fast car. I know that because I am Sonic because I go fast. My entire life is just speed. But yeah, just motion, as Blair likes to say. Have you ever skipped any classes? If so, which class and why? Always, but as far as which classes, I don't know because I've skipped a number of classes like at different times.
I'm pretty sure one day I'm like, I don't feel like doing math today, so I sat in the bathroom.
Honestly.
They couldn't tell me, you know.
I'll be like, yo, my stomach is in knots.
I never tried to like go hide and sit there. It was like, no, we'll stay here in the bathroom.
Right? Or I never would like go and leave because the way my parents are set up, if they get that call from school saying anything other than your son is a great student, wonderful job, I'm gonna be in an ass load of trouble. So yeah, I try to, you know, stay in my lane with that stuff. But yeah, skipping class, you just kind of do it, and you make up an excuse later, and then everything's good. Do you know anyone who hates shopping? Depends on where the shopping is taking place. Yeah, I don't like thrift shopping mostly because it's a grind. Like, if you want to find those good items, you have to look through everything, and I don't have the patience for it because I'm like, man, I'm gonna look through this one rack, and if I don't see anything, then I guess I'm not gonna see anything else in the rest of the store. So whatever.
That's why I like Value Village because they size everything can be a size and category. this Goodwill doesn't make categories, you don't know what the fuck you're looking
Right, you got plus sizes next to kid sizes, and
Well, the plus and the trendy are always 2 fucking racks. I'm like, I know there's more fat bitches in the world, so where's all the plus size clothes?
where's the goddamn clothes? Who do you know that has the worst phone crack? I don't know because none of my friends have iPhones, so.
They're definitely
Are their screens cracked?
Her screen was cracked on her Samsung pretty damn bad.
Because that seems like a staple with iPhones, is that like it's gonna have that screen crack because they're just delicate
Darian
little flowers.
If Darian hasn't gotten a new phone, then Darian's is worse.
It was like, all the touchscreen still works. I'm like, but it looks like
but it's in
ass.
1,000 pieces.
Oh man. What is your dream job?
Hold on. Burger Wolfie. We're not gonna dare you to do it. If you want to do it, but get permission from the correct people.
They definitely get permission to do that.
Do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do. It's your
Just
life.
let someone know that you're gonna do it.
Alright. Dream job. I don't know.
I used to have one phone that cut my thumbs because of how cracked it was. Just spend the money to get it fixed.
Get it fixed or get a new phone. One of the two.
Probably cheaper just to screen fix.
My dream job. I don't know. It'd be cool to.
There's jobs I would like to do, but if I don't get into it, it's not a big deal.
I don't know. Dream job.
No,
What are you going to be for Halloween?
oh god.
That's a good question. I don't know. It's a little soon to tell, but.
If you minimize the chat, there will be in the description bar is the email to send all commission inquiries.
Yeah, you can still grab commissions right now. Definitely do that. Info's down in the dibbly below. So send those emails. What do you think of cheaters in romantic relationships? It's honestly the fucking dumbest thing in the world. And because it's like cheating, it just creates so many more problems than what, the initial cheating actually causes, because that creates emotional damage and insecurities for that person further on down the line, because and that just fucks with their head. It would be a lot less of, a blow to them if you were to just break up with them. Because, a breakup, that's something that, you'll get over in like, a couple of weeks, depending on your chemistry, how long you were together, all that stuff. Right? Yeah, because like I say, if you're feeling like cheating, then you need to let your partner know that there's some things in your relationship that you're not getting and that you want to get. And one of two things will happen. Either things might shape up and, your connections will be better because you'll start getting these things. Or it'll be something that they don't want to provide or don't feel comfortable providing. And then in that case, you need to find someone who you're more compatible with. Don't cheat. It's dumb. Just leave.
Well, that's what they are. I'll grab some samples. Once you get this is done by Senpai, but it'll be like the same thing. It's you have to charge shipping and material cost in the price. That's why it's like 15.
15 to ship, and then just 10 just to draw it.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, if you want to get that bag laminated and shipped, 15. All right. Post a memorable pic from your gallery. Well, I know I don't have a lot of pictures in my gallery right now.
Another fucking holy crap.
Memorable.
If you're not thinking of one right off the top of your head, then you don't really have it.
Oh, there's that one.
Oh. You're gonna out you, know?
There's this one where Juna, she got drunk and fell asleep. I forgot what we were watching, but yeah, she just wanted to snuggle.
We were watching the last Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah, right.
And she fell asleep holding our hands.
And I'm like, well, the least I can do is finish the movie before I just kind of slink from underneath
very drunk, though. You're like, I'm finishing this movie.
Yeah, and like I'm being drunk and trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and she just fell asleep. So I'm like, whatever, sleep. It's all good. If you want to snug and fall asleep, do it.
Favorite joke?
What's your favorite joke? I don't really know like favorite jokes. See, like my jokes, they just kind of come like at the spur of the moment.
You're like stupid.
Yeah, it'll be like something punny. It'll be like, oh hey, I just got back from the store. I got some cheese crackers, and I'll be like, you're a cheese cracker or something like that, but it'll make more sense. One of those I fucking hate you kind of jokes, and I'm just like, oh! It'll happen one day. Favorite holiday? Halloween's pretty cool. Yep. What are your next goals in life? To get a college degree.
That sucks, dude.
Sent the badge in mail to someone, but it got lost. Now I gotta redo everything all over again. It feels bad, man. That does feel bad, man. But sometimes these things happen. It's like whenever you're drawing out, a piece of art you haven't saved in God knows how long, and then the whole program crashes, and it's like...
That's why we always send a digital copy, just in case that shit happens.
Right? That way it's already in the email, you can just download it from the email, and yeah. So yeah, make sure you back it up, make sure you send it, and all that stuff.
I'd send it with tracking next time if you did it already the first time. That way you can see where the hell it's been.
And also, a Telegram has a message saver thing to where you can like send messages to yourself and it'll save. That way you'll always have them. It's pretty convenient. What is the way out of the labyrinth of troubles?
Only you can answer that question.
Yeah, only you can prevent wildfires. You have to find why you're in this labyrinth of troubles, and that'll help you get out of the labyrinth of troubles. If you could print any phrase on a t-shirt, what would it say? Are you a dragon?
Oh my god. Get out.
May I put a teapot under my pillow?
Why?
I mean, you can.
But why would you?
Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Hopefully alive with a 13-year-old daughter.
Ooh.
That's gonna be fun. Why is everyone around me depressed? How can I make them happy?
That's not your job.
Yeah, first of all, do not do that, because you will lose yourself in the process of doing that. I know firsthand because I used to do a lot of that. Anybody that was having a problem around me, I would fucking ask them what's going on, lay it on me, and here's what we're gonna do to fix it. And I did that with so many people, but I just stretched myself thin and I just created more chaos for myself. And I'm like, you know what? Hashtag not my problem. And I push that on to you. just keep that in your mind. Like if it's not like directly affecting you, sometimes you just gotta let people deal with their own shit. Plain and simple.
Give advice if they want it. Other than that, not your problem.
Does it bother you that Babby doesn't like Overwatch? I mean, no. People have different tastes. I think I've answered. Nope. I was about to say, I think I answered that one already. Like,
Don't answer the shows. The last one, there's all shows.
When and why did you join Ask FM? Because
I don't know.
the questions are a lot tamer than Curious Cat. Your favorite picture from last weekend? It would probably be a gym picture. Honestly. Depends. Baths are for relaxing, showers are for getting clean. Don't confuse that. Because
obviously no, Daniel. He's not getting out of order.
Gonna be out of town this weekend, bro. What subjects do you study in school? I'll be going to college soon, so like general studies and like businessy stuff. What hobby would you get into if time and money weren't an issue? I mean, most of my hobbies don't really take up much time or money.
Yeah, they do.
I guess. I mean, cons, but yeah. I mean,
that's not just hobby.
Well, I wouldn't really consider that a hobby. Well, collecting fursuits, it could be a hobby if money wasn't an issue. Going to cons, though, honestly, I wouldn't want to go to like 20, 30 cons in a year because I'd feel like it would just start to get a little stagnant at that point. Because with how often we go to cons, which is like maybe twice a year, cons stay pretty ripe for us. But you know, if you're like, oh, this is my 15th con this year, it's like they sort of get a little underwhelming as time goes on. But yeah, collecting fursuits would be pretty nice.
I don't know, if you were like dealing, that might be different.
Last question, but when the light win the fight, can the love live forever?
What?
Might be a riddle. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm like, I am done. I have cleaned the slate. Probably have to do it on mobile. I don't know.
I will go with it. Or is there already in Yahoo? Give that a couple seconds.
Right. How do you get rid of these? I think you can actually delete them on.
You can actually delete them on mobile.
Yeah.
It gives you the 3 dots in the corner.
You're like delete.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those questions are done. Anything y'all want to ask? You know, let's talk about some stuff. Let's do this. Just start rattling stuff off. You got some questions, comments, concerns? Throw them at me. We can help you with your boredom, with your troubles.
Maybe. I will be really.
I mean, that's.
You gonna get hard truth from me. No sugarcoat.
That's all of us.
Favorite pro wrestler?
No.
I don't even watch wrestling.
The last time I watched wrestling is back when.
I was 8.
Yeah, like back when like. Fuck, I don't know. Back when like D-Generation X and The Rock and back in those days.
But before he started acting.
Yeah, honestly.
Way before he started acting.
Oh, I got you hyped for this FWA. Just being able to go to a con again, man. Because I'd love to go to more cons, but I ain't got that kind of money.
Seeing like everybody having Fwa in their name, or like, fuck.
Scheiße. And then that's what I'm saying. I'm like, the hypeness to go to cons, and I'll be like, that'd be like just the Anthrocon would be the one con we go to this year, and then we just be on dry spell mode for the rest of the fucking
but
ever.
I was wanting to ball out at Anthrocon. That's why I took so much money from our tax return and threw it in savings.
And that's perfectly fine. And like I say,
half of it is going to Thursday, the other half is for Anthrocon.
And like I say,
I can't ball out.
I mean, we still have time. I mean, not a lot of time between this con and Anthrocon, of course, but we still have time to, build it back up. And
balling out next year.
I mean,
we're not paying off any debt, just balling.
I mean, the debt's basically paid off like that.
It won't be like 100% paid off, but it'll be like 60%.
Alright, because like the only thing I have planned to do next year is get Casey's head commission. That's literally it as far as like purchases go. And everything else is free reign. That and like, alright, that and like as far as like dealer's dens at FurCons go, either the stuff is fairly cheap or it's super expensive. There's like barely any middle ground. It's like ridiculously affordable or it's like ridiculously expensive. It's like, what? Mail? Not bad, it looks like a lion. Lion tiger? I don't know, it sounds got like that. It's half goat. Tiger goat.
That's what I'm trying to figure out the ears. Like, is it goat shaped ears? Or is it? Oh, it's not goat.
I'm not sure if that's what you ever want to collab. I mean, not against it. It's just something that we have to talk about and find time to do the thing and all that. But,
Yeah. Alright. I'm going to send you the email back with or he's going to send you email back with the PayPal link. It'll be like I said, depending on what you send, if it's the 10, then you're just getting the digital copy. If it's the 15, that'll be shipped out. You're not paying attention, which is
it wouldn't cost be more expensive to ship it overseas, would it? Okay.
I don't know how much more expensive, but overseas shipping is expensive.
That's why I say, for the laminated badges, it's just the extra $5 for US. Because of course, if it's anywhere else, then we gotta look that up and get that calculated.
Next
so
time I make a badge and mail that.
Don't weigh nothing.
It don't. It's literally just numbers.
Stuff, yeah. We'll be making some dinner soon. making some dinner and then kicking back for a little bit, and then going to bed and then waking up and then getting in the car and then driving the FW way and then going the FW way and romping and just having a grand old time. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and close this.
Oh, you're hungry?
Yes. I have the homies. But yeah, the commission info is down there below. So yeah, if you still want, commissions, you got the stuff over here next to the baddie. Yeah, and the email and stuff is down there below. So yeah, go ahead, send those quotes in, see what's going on. Right. But as always, man, Zabu the Circle along with Queen Babylon, and we're out of here. Do 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 do.